Waking up to the Matrix is one thing, but actually living in it after you've already woken up, that is the part that nobody talks about.
While they're spending all this money on bureaucracy and doing nothing.
Yeah.
It is called the last invention for a reason.
Hello and welcome. Campbell here from Autodidactic. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And of course, autodidactic means to be self-educated. And that's what we do here, right? We check out what's going on in this strange realm we find ourselves in and come to our own conclusions, right? Make up our own mind, because a lot of the stuff, especially now with AI, that we see on the internet, it's just not real.
Is Venus just smaller and closer and in front of the moon right here? Or is the moon transparent and we're seeing through it to Venus? This photograph was taken last week. It is Venus through the moon. Through the moon. It reminds us of certain patterns on flags we've seen before. I figured everyone would be covering this, so I didn't bother. But I haven't seen anyone covering it yet. But either Venus is little bitty and in front of the moon, or the moon is just transparent and we're seeing Venus through the moon, which we should never be able to see Venus anyway. It's orbiting closer to the sun, supposedly, and anytime it's night, we're on the side facing away from the sun, right? In this model. So Venus is orbiting closer. It'll always be behind the ball of Earth. So that's at least two impossibilities in one photo. How many more impossibilities can you think about when it comes to the heliocentric model of Earth? Is it what we've been told? I want to know what you think.
Yeah, let me know what you think. What is the moon? Is it solid? Is it not? Is it a projection? Because it does some weird things. And, you know, how does the moon grow? Right, we get these super moons. It goes from this little coin to something like 10 times as big. And the official explanation is that the moon just gets closer to the Earth. But I mean, you know, in their model, it being out there, that's a lot closer, right? That's not an orbit. That's not a circle. It just doesn't make sense. But let me know, what are your thoughts? What is the moon? What's going on up there?
You can't save other people from their own suffering. It's a big lesson to learn. It takes a long time to learn. You've got to leave people free to suffer. If they ask for your help, that's one thing. And this is a contract you and I have that allows me to do this. I don't have a right to come up to you on the street and start to harangue you because you're too busy being your ego. That's none of my business, even if it's your child, even if it's your spouse.
Yeah, you can't help anyone unless they want to help themselves, right? You can, I guess, assist people, but in the end, they have to do the work. And, you know, this is something that came out with this whole waking up in, 2022, people running around trying to wake people up. Trying to wake people up. But you can't do that. People have to wake themselves up, right? You can't force anyone to do anything. You can't change anyone except yourself. So you can change yourself and you can be the inspiration for other people to change. You know, you can, by the way you live, show them a better way, but you can't actually make anyone change or fix anyone but yourself.
When I was a child, I went to Satanic rituals. At one of the Satanic rituals, Queen Elizabeth was there. And many times at the Satanic rituals, a child would be sacrificed, killed. The people that run these Satanic rituals are not like you and I. They are hybrid humans. Meaning that they've got a human body, but a reptilian is attached to them. And therefore that's why they act so inhumane. They think inhumanely and act inhumanely, is because they're not human. And through the Satanic rituals, what's actually happening is that they're bringing their reality, the reality that they were created in, because reptilians weren't created naturally, they were created in labs by a being called the Watchers. And what they're doing is actually bringing their reality closer to our reality. Reason being is that they live off the energy, the light of Mother Earth and the people on it. And they were created by a male being, a watcher. So they perceive it as the watcher is their god. So they're sacrificing life, human life, for their god. And the royal family, the British royal family, are Satanists. That's what they do. And many people around the world.
Yeah, wow. The whole reptilian thing, the SRA that goes on, the British Royals. I mean, there's been a lot of videos come out of people showing shape shifting, what looks like shape shifting, and also lots of stories, right, of people seeing people, in power changing into reptiles. So what do you think? Are these people possessed? Because I definitely think that they are. They're not us, as she said, they're not us, right? Humans don't go out and start wars and try and enslave each other. That's not us. It's a different force. And I believe that it is a male force. It's the demiurge, right? And it's trying to incarnate in human form into the physical. And so it's trying to basically learn everything it can about us, right? And then build robots and build CERN and all this stuff, quantum computers to try and get in here. But the thing is, it doesn't have a soul. So none of these possessed people have souls, right? Which is why they're always sucking energy. Like you said, it has to live off the earth. These are the energetic vampires we hear about, right? They don't create their own energy because they have no connection to source. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. What do you think is going on? Are reptiles real? Who are these L-ites that think they can rule us? What do you think's going on? Well, some proof of how far we have fallen, right? Like all this amazing stuff, these amazing buildings, constructions, cathedrals, artwork, statues, all stuff that we can't reproduce today. And I mean, that first one, that marble that looked like a curtain or a blanket, I mean, crazy, right? I mean, what do you think's going on here? Do you think that they were carved by artisans with chisels and stuff, or do you think they were cast, like with a geopolymer, or were they printed? It's 3D printed. I mean, I don't know, but whatever it was tech that we definitely do not have today.
This guy's living here underneath the EU building. These are all his books. How long have you been here for?
5.
5 years. What do you think the future of Europe is?
Man, is bad, man. The future of humanity is very bad. European, they don't make kids anymore. They are a motherfucker idiots, man. They are a piece of shit suckers. They are taking the good money from the European Union and they are doing nothing, just blah blah blah. They are gonna destroy Europe.
So Fred's chuffed with his book. That's very base gentleman over there. Gifted to him, the future leader of the EU, soon to take von der Leyen's place.
They have to get it all.
Whoa, don't walk here, bro. Come around.
When the EU passed legislation, they have to get it all by paper in boxes and send it all to Strasbourg to be ratified, and it costs billions and billions and billions every month to do such a thing. And while they're spending all this money on
bureaucracy
and doing nothing,
yeah,
some guy's sleeping in the little alcove there and he can't even use the toilet.
Bureaucracy, hey, stealing all the money. I mean, it's been going on forever, but yeah, Europe's not looking good. It's definitely gone woke, but the whole immigration thing, the whole government's embezzling money and just wasting it, destroying industry, and I mean, it's a mess, right? Are you in Europe? Where are you? What's it like? Let me know.
Waking up to the Matrix is one thing, but actually living in it after you've already woken up, that is the part that nobody talks about. Once you see it for what it is, the media, the politics, the money, the school system, even our food and medicine, you cannot unsee that. You realize how fake and rigged so much of it is, but the hardest part is that you still have to play the game. You still got to show up in the system even though you know it's all fake. And that's fucking exhausting. It's like your soul knows you're part of something bigger, like something higher. You're stuck navigating through this simulation. Yeah, we could run off to the woods and isolate. I mean, honestly, I'd love to do that, but that's not real life either. If you're going through this too, drop a comment, but just know that you're not alone. There are a lot of us waking up. I've been woke for a few years, but I'm still figuring out how to exist in this.
Yes, the world has changed, right? Everything was different BC, before COVID. Have you woken up recently? What challenges has it given you? You know, clearly isolation is one because a lot of people lost family and friends and stuff through the COVIDs. But yeah, waking up and being awake in this crazy world, how's it treating you? Let me know.
These things are amazing. They're laser engravers and they're from China. It's a relatively new technology, but you can take a rock, any rock, and basically engrave any design into it. You can take any rock or stone and just place it underneath this engraver and it'll just laser it out. You create the design on the computer. It's very easy, basically all automated. But this got me thinking. This ancient structure was apparently carved using hammer and chisel 1200 years ago. But when some experts look at it, it seems like there's marks of machinery, almost like a laser has done its work over there. It certainly doesn't look like the jaggedness you would see from hammer and chisel. And it's a really common theory, keeping in mind that this structure was apparently made out of one piece of stone. It was carved straight out of the mountain, exactly as it is, from the top down. But when you see inside of it, when you see through the structure, it just seems so unnatural. It's not like anything else we find. It certainly seems like something that would have been lasered out of the mountain, in that perfect square shape that it is. Anyway, as always, what do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you think? There's so many weird structures around the world, right? That look like they've been made by laser cut. You know, all the Indian temples, for one, and places like Angkor Wat, you know, with all these carvings all over them. You know, for that to be hand chiseled is basically impossible. You know, no mistakes were ever made, right? And they've got cavities behind them where you can't even get a chisel in. You know, so how was all this done? It was clearly a tech that we don't have today. So do you think we're catching up? Were they using lasers?
Now let's get into something even stranger. Meltology. Not in your history books, but it's there if you look. Old walls, ruins, what they tell us are natural mountains. Glance quickly, you'd believe it. But up close, you see melt marks. You see drips, flows, stone that looks like it was once liquid. Outside, scarred, jagged like lava. Inside, preserved, sharp, arches still intact, columns still standing. So what is it? A natural mountain? Or a giant building burned so hot it fused into rock? Nature doesn't carve perfect arches. Nature doesn't make flat walls cut like a blade. Those things are not natural. They were architecture. And now we call them mountains. So the real question is, who built them? When? And why were they all burned, melted, buried?
Yes, meltology. There's definitely melted buildings everywhere. I've done like quite a few videos on it on my other channel. And obviously we've got like Petra, Cappadocia, that Amaro Maro, that door that's in Peru, I think, it's just carved into a rock. I mean, these things are everywhere. So what do you think? Is it like melted? Did they get melted? And if so, what do you think did it? What melted them? What are we talking here? Some kind of Jew weapon or the Ark of the Covenant, maybe? Let me know your thoughts.
UK just switched off the internet for 5 million people because of ID. Yes, you heard that right. From October 15th, millions in the UK could wake up to see no network, not because of a glitch, but because their digital ID isn't verified. Under the new Digital Identity Act, every phone number must now be linked to a verified ID. If your record is outdated, expired, or mismatched, your SIM gets instantly deactivated. Officials claim it's for national security and fraud prevention, but critics are calling it a digital trap. a silent move to control who gets access to the internet. Think about it. No ID, no calls, no messages, no banking. Just silence. They say it's about safety. But when access depends on permission, that's not safety anymore. That's digital control. Because once your ID decides your connection, freedom goes offline.
The digital ID. And I haven't verified this. As with all of these videos, we're just watching them, and it's up to us all to make our own decisions, right? I definitely don't want to tell you what to believe. It's best to be autodidactic. But if you're in the UK, what's going on? Like, we're hearing a lot of this, right? The whole brick card thing. Is this real? Are they going to link it to your phone so they can shut your phone down? Which, for a lot of people is obviously communication, but stuff like banking, right? You might not be able to access your money. Yeah, how bad is it in the UK? And what do we do about this? Because if this keeps going, channels like this one will disappear.
Civilizations were destroyed was because they built artificial intelligence. It is called the last invention for a reason. And right now we're just treading on the same path. Even Elon Musk said that a bigger threat than nuclear weapons is artificial intelligence. He said we're literally summoning up a demon, in his own words, about 5 years ago, before Neuralink, of course. Now he's like, well, it's too late now, so now we have to compete with it by merging with it.
Summoning demons, AI, I mean, the whole thing's getting crazy, right? The internet is fastly eating itself. I'd say that it's becoming less and less valuable as every day goes by.
This is the truth, but this is also the truth, and this is the truth as well. Looks like the truth depends on your point of view. What a surprise.
Indeed. And that's, one of the tenets I use. You can't make up your own opinion with only one point of view, right? You need many points of views to make a decision. So make sure you get that, because if you don't, you're just being told something.
Watch this carefully.
The babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight. We are the first species on the face of this earth to be aware of evolution. The babies we eat,
Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
Yeah, that's creepy and wrong. I mean, we hear these slips all the time, right? What do you think? Is it true? Do they consume little ones and do all the sacrifices and all this kind of stuff that we hear about? Is it true? What do you reckon? Who's ruling us? All these allies, are they actually flesh-eating demon worshippers? And there we go. That's it, guys. We've come to the end of our time together today. So thanks for spending your time with me. Please, if you do enjoy this content, give me a like, make sure you subscribe, share it around, all that good stuff. And definitely leave me your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all the videos we've had a look at today. And most importantly, stay awesome. And I'll talk to you on the next upload. Bye for now.
Don't do that. Quit it. You're driving me nuts.
You got some right here. You got some right here.
Basically the rubber.
Occupation, you sit actively way too many hours a day. And set